What a docile and sweet creature this corgi is. I am sure he is incapable of any harm. False. This is a certified killer, pillager of villages, plunderer of cities, overlord of destruction. This here puppy of ours, during one of his stays in our garage, since it was 1, too cold outside, and 2, he was being a bit much for the girls inside, he chewed through the wires underneath my train table. Given his size and brownish complexion, not too unlike an American football, I may as well have punted him and signed a contract with the Chiefs to replace Harrison Butker. Such was my rage. And yes, the dog was my idea. It's me. I'm the softie for the corgi. Anyways, Sullivan, or as we call him, Sully Boy, or SB for short, or more properly SOB in this case, wreaked such havoc on my table that everywhere I looked it seemed to get worse, especially with the wires that were attached to the UCS tracks. I was so furious that for a while I just walked away from the garage and could not bring myself to confront the damage. He had boxes at his disposal to chew on, even trains below the table, but no, he chose the one part of the layout infrastructure that I despise the most when it comes to working on it. And if you have been following the series, you know that wiring is my least favorite part, and now my least favorite part is about to demand the most time and attention I have had to give to the layout thus far. But seeing that nothing, and literally nothing, would work unless I fixed this mess, I came around and set to work repairing and replacing the torn up wire. I used electrical tape to cover minor cuts and exposures, spliced new clean wires in where it was damaged beyond repair, but also took time to reconfigure some of the wiring. Most notably, I added a 4th bus line specifically for lights on the layout. The reason being that post-war accessories can be very fussy with how much voltage they require to operate optimally, and I didn't want the lights and operating accessories to be on the same bus, lest the brightness of the lights change with every adjustment I would make to the accessories when they were activated. Hence, putting the lights on their own accessory block allows them to remain at a constant brightness that I like, while still being able to fine-tune the voltage for other accessories so they work correctly. Despite all my grumbling and aching back and neck from bending under the table for extended periods, I eventually got everything successfully rewired and back to working order. And just in time for a very exciting mail delivery. Now there are 2 boxes here, but only one of them is train related. I wanted to capture the difference in our daughter's reaction to both boxes, just to have a record for my wife to see that indeed spending the money on trains is a worthy investment in the joy of our children. The book that we opened first is indeed charming, but this frame right here, does it not look like the cover of a mid-century Lionel catalog? A post-war Berkshire was the next locomotive on my locomotive bucket list, and I was even more excited to get a 12-wheel tender to go with it. My daughter and I took it out to the table to test it, and while it indeed worked, I could immediately tell that it severely needed a good cleaning and lubricating. So I watched a video from DeGriffin's Hobbies on servicing these Berkshires, which I highly recommend to any other first-timers like myself if you have one of these. I sat at my workbench with our younger daughter in my lap while our older one ran the trains. Truly, my heart was full. I have said it before, but I will reiterate it. The beauty of this hobby is that it is not exclusive to the hobbyist who builds and owns his layout. It can, and indeed should, better yet must, involve others, especially our own children. Lionel rightly declared this hobby more than a toy, a tradition. Much more still to come. Thanks for watching.